Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This is my first cube tutorial video, so if you like it, make sure you support me by pressing the like button and leaving any comment. And basically in this video I'll be teaching the beginner's method of how to solve cube, but if you want the advanced method and or anything else, just drop down in the comments. If you want to learn any other cube, drop down in the comments and I'll surely make a video on that. So in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to solve 3x3 cube by beginner's method. So basically there are some initial steps we need to follow to solve this cube by beginner's method. First of all, let's take any of the side on the top, and let's say white. I always choose white, you can choose any, and then make a cross. First we have to make a cross here, then we need to fill the corners over here according to this color. After that, the next step is to fill the second layer right over here, and then the third layer is left. We'll turn the cube and make a cross in the third layer, fill the corners, orient the corners, and orient the edges. So that sounds very complicated, but let's start. It will be a very detailed video, so make sure you watch to the end, and if you don't understand anything, then just rewind the video and see it again. So let's first shuffle this cube up really nicely. The cube which I am using, I bought it from Amazon, and it's a fast cube, and it's stickerless and fast cube. It's pretty good, and I suggest you to buy it. If you want to buy it, then just buy. I'll give you the description, link in the description, and you can buy it from there, from Amazon. So here is the shuffle cube. So when you see it, looks very complicated and tough, but when you start solving it and learning it, it will become very easy and come on your fingertips. So in the beginner's method, I told you to make a cross first. So let's take the centers. There are some types of elements in this cube, like there are centers. Centers of the cube decide which color of the side of cube it is. So if it is a white center, then it will be a white side surely. If it is a orange center, it will be a orange side. If it's a yellow center, it will be a yellow side. Pink center, pink side. Green center, green side. And blue center, blue side. So first element was the center. Now the second element are the edges. Edges are basically two-sided colored blocks. They fit over here, and there are 4 edges on every side. Edges are two-sided and they have a different way of getting solved. Third element is the corner. They are 3-sided and fixed at the corners, obviously. So now let's start solving this cube. First of all, we have to make a cross or a plus sign over here. So to make that, take any center, any curved center. I choose white. So when we take the white center, first you have to know you have to solve the cube with some algorithms, by some formulas, which I would say, and you have to learn those. So for the algorithms, you need to know which side each cube is. So basically when you hold the cube like this, don't move the cube too much, or that you will get confused. But if you're holding the cube like this, suppose white is in the top and pink is in the front, so what you need to do is this layer on the top layer, okay, it's called U, okay, this upper layer is called U, and whenever you turn it 90 degrees like this clockwise, when you turn it clockwise, it is a U, okay, you call it a U. But when you turn it anti-clockwise like this, it's a U prime, also called a U dash. So this is U, this is U dash or U prime. So now this thing, this is the front, so this is clockwise, we do it F. When you turn it anti-clockwise, it's F prime or F dash. Now this bottom layer, okay, obviously it will be opposite to the top layer, and we call it down layer. So this down layer we'll do when we do clockwise, which is this, it's called D, and when we do it anti-clockwise, it's D prime. Okay, this is the right side now, right over here. This is the right side. When you turn it and clockwise, it is R. Okay, and when you turn it counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, it's R prime. Same as the left layer. When you turn it clockwise like this, it's L, and when you turn it anti-clockwise, it's L prime. Now the back layer is left. Back layer is just opposite to the front layer right over here, and this is the back layer. So the back layer is called B, and when you turn it clockwise it's B, and when you turn it counterclockwise it's B prime. So that were the notations. Now let's start solving it. In between we'll do it by ourselves also, and then by algorithms also. We'll use both methods. Okay, so to make a cross or a plus, we don't need any algorithm, we just use common sense. So like when we make these edges to make a cross, there are basically 4 edges we have to do to make a cross. So like here we have to put a white. Okay, like if we have to make like this, then here should be white, 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 white. That is very easy to do, but if you do it intuitively. But the problem is, and which you don't know, is that when you have to put white here, you also have to put the color which is here, which means that this will be white and this will be pink right over here. So this is white and this is pink. White over here also, this will be white, we know. So this will be blue because blue center is here, so this has to be blue. Same way here, this is white and this should be orange. You see like this should be inverted to put, so you get it. White should be here and orange should be here. Same as here, white should be here and green should be here. So not only white we have to put here, but also we have to put green here, pink here, blue here, and orange here. So let's start. First of all, we let's say we have to put the white and pink center. So on this whole cube, we have the edges can be here, 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 and here. So these are the points where edges can be, and we have to put a white pink edge here. So let's find it out where that white pink edge is. When we rotate the cube a bit, don't rotate it too much, just do see like this, and you'll soon find a white pink edge right over here. So this white pink edge, we have to put it, see this white pink edge is here where my left hand is there, and where we have to put the white pink edge is right over here where my right hand is there. So we have to put it from here to here. So how do we bring this to here? There are some steps which we need to follow. First of all, we'll bring this to the third layer. How do we bring a thing which is on second layer to a third layer? It's really simple, we just rotate it. So if you would see, this is the white pink edge, we need to bring it here. So we'll rotate it once, either like front or maybe right. Okay, when we do it, we can make it into the third layer. So this is the first layer, this is the second layer, this is the third layer, and basically this white pink was right over here in the second layer. We need to bring it into the third layer, so we'll just do like this. Now you see it's in the third layer. So when things come in the third layer, it is much easier to put it here. So now what we need to do, white is here, pink is here, and we need to insert it right over here. So we'll bring this, see over here, okay, we need to bring this here where my finger is pointing, and this is here. So basically we need to get it on the opposite side. To get it on the opposite side, we'll just move the bottom layer, okay, down layer, one, twice, we'll do it, and it will just come, this has to go here. So we just brought it below it. Now what we have to do, see this pink is perfectly aligned, just this pink needs to come here and this white needs to come here. So the best way to do this, just remember then that when white is facing downwards in the last layer and the other color is facing towards you in the third layer, you just have to do front 2, F2, okay. So F1 one time rotate, F2 two times rotate. So what happened? After rotating it 2 times, pink came on its place itself and white also, because if we do not rotate like this, it will be like this, but we need it to be like this. So we turn it again, F twice, front layer twicely. So this comes here. Likewise, we have to do it for others. Now you will see that some are already in the third layer. To save your time, first see the ones that are in the third layer. This is the third layer. So whenever you are starting from the white center, the yellow center will always be the opposite to you. So you can see that this is the third layer because yellow center is always opposite and it is obviously on the third layer. So now you can see here there is no white here. So, and there are other white edges over here, and over here, 3 left. So we have to bring them to the bottom layer and do it, okay? So let's say this white orange needs to go here. We know that white needs to come here and orange needs to come here. So what we'll do is bring it to the third layer. So if we do front, it will already come to the third layer. When we are doing this, we need to make sure that this doesn't get spoiled, the edges we have done. So that doesn't get spoiled, we need to make that sure. So now when we rotated this from here, it came in the third layer. But this time you would see that white is not facing at the bottom but facing towards you, and orange here is facing at the bottom. So it's like inverse. In this situation, what you need to do is, like if you do like this, this thing has to come here just right now. So if you turn the middle layer only, okay, if you turn the middle layer only, then you see that this comes here, but this whole thing gets moved. So we don't want that. So turn the middle layer back again. So now what we need is this to move it here, but without disturbing this whole part, okay? So to do this, first make it move towards the right or left. So do D or D prime, means D clockwise or D counterclockwise. So let's do D clockwise here. So you see it's here, and then what you do is bring the middle layer down, okay? Once you bring the middle layer down, make sure you only bring the middle layer down, not any other layer, because that will disturb the whole thing. And then you if first you have done D, then do D prime, or first if you have done D prime, then do D. I have done D, so I'll do D prime now. And here you see that it's pretty connected. But now we move this middle layer towards here, so we need to bring this back also. So we'll make the middle layer move back again like this. So you see our pink corner is also ready and orange corner is also ready, orange edge, sorry. So now where are the other edges? So if you would see, there's a white and blue edge here. So this white and blue edge needs to go here. And if you would see that white needs to come here and blue needs to come here. It's a pretty simple thing. You don't need to even bring it in the third layer, because if you will bring it in the third layer like this, just try that you bring these edges in the third layer with white facing downwards. So that will take less steps, while if you bring it like this, then you have to turn it away and do everything. Here if you bring it down like this, so white and blue are in the third layer. If you do it like this, then what you will see is you have to run it just 2 times and it will come here. So instead of doing that, it was like this. You don't even need to bring it here. You can see that if you do like this, it will automatically come here. So just use your brain and you can do it intuitively, okay? So just use the position, analyze the position. If not possible from the second layer, bring it to third layer. When the object is in third layer like this, bring this with white facing downward. Suppose it's blue here and it was like this, so bring the blue towards its center and do F2. But if the white is facing towards you in the third layer, then what you need to do is bring it towards here only again, then do D or D prime, let's say D, then bring the middle layer down and then do D prime or if you did D, and do D if you did D prime. Do D and bring this back up like this. See, it's so simple. But now you would see this pink and white center is gone again, so we need to do it again and bring it here. So after every step, check that your edges are not going away, and if they are, then do them again. Okay, only one edge is left, white and green. Let's do it quickly. Here it is, and it's just one move. It will come here because it's like this, then you do like this and it's come here. So congratulations, you have finished the cross in the first layer yourself. Now you would see we have to do the corners. Okay, if you see from the top, you will probably see that there are 3 corners already on their places. On one only we need to do, but you're wrong. Here what we need to do, corners are three colored pieces, and this corner seems to be on the right place from the front. But when you see like this, it's white, green and pink, which means that white should be on the top here, and this green should be right matching with this, and this pink should be matching with this. Okay, so now what you need to do is that this corner doesn't belong here, it belongs here, because white, green and white. Okay, white, green and pink. By this you get to know this is white, green, pink, which means it will come as white, green and pink in between the white, green and pink centers. So first, like you did with the edges, you just have to bring the corners also in the third layer. Let's see. First, there's one corner missing over here, which means that it will be in third layer because there can be 4 possible places, and there's definitely not here, here, and it will be in third layer. So if we search the third layer, there it is. Okay, let's do it front again. So now we know that the corner is somewhere over here in the third layer, and we need, and it, what is its color? See, it's white, green and orange. So first locate where is white, green and orange centers. You can see white center is here, orange is here, and you would see green is here. So which means that that piece has to come here definitely. So now this, if it's like this, then you need to bring it below it, just below it. And then what you will do, if it's facing downwards, it's a much more complicated situation. So try that it should be here and not here. But if it's facing downwards in third layer, it's not that difficult. There is a way to do it. First, what you will do, bring it below where it has to be. Okay, and then do R prime. So this is R and this is R prime. Once you do it like this, this is a foul corner and we don't need it here. So if it gets replaced, then also it's okay. So once it was like this, and when you do like this, the corner which was here comes here. So now it is third layer facing towards up. Okay, so now what you need to do, after you do R, actually after you do R, just do D2. Okay, if you would do only D1 and you would bring this here, this corner would go here, which is not the right place. So you need to, it was like this, need to do D2 and move this layer back safely towards here. So nothing has changed, only this white from here has come here, this corner. So now this white is facing in front. There can be 2 situations when white is facing in front. What is, if the white, bring it like this. Okay, if you see that the white is just right like this on the right side, it has to be here and it is here, then one situation is that. But if it needs to be here and it is here, then what you need to do, there is a simple algorithm. Okay, I'll give all the algorithms in the description below, so make sure you check the description and learn all those algorithms and pen them down so that you can learn them and memorize them. So if the white is here and it needs to be here, then there is an algorithm. It's a very small algorithm. Just do R prime, which means R anti-clockwise, D, 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 R, 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 R clockwise, and D clockwise. So there you go. After putting that algorithm, you can see that from here this white has come here to its right place. So it's white, orange and green center and white, orange and green corner. Congratulations, you have learned how to put a corner. So this was one scenario where the white was here and not here. Let's take another corner over here. Let's just revise it, okay? If it was like, let me just make it the same situation as it was earlier, okay? It was like this, okay? This white was here and we need to put it here. It was facing downwards. So we did R prime, we did D2, then we did R. So now it came forward, it came facing in front. Then we aligned it towards in that layer. And when we did that, we can see that it comes on the right. We know that when it comes on the right, there's one algorithm, R prime, R anti-clockwise, D prime, D anti-clockwise, R and D. So it comes. Now the next scenario can be that there is a white over facing towards like this in the right layer. Earlier it was here, but now it's here. So let's first track it. It's white, green and pink. So we need to bring it under green and pink centers. So where is green and pink? Here is green center, here is pink center, here is white center. So we just do it till it comes below it, okay? So it's green, pink, pink, green, yeah, okay. So we need to bring this over here. But you would see there's only one step to do this, okay? If you do this, it comes on the right place, right? You would see it comes on the right place. But what the problem is, this whole thing gets disturbed, which we don't want. So what we need to do is first make this go somewhere else and make this layer go down. So if we do D, okay, say we do D, actually D prime. So this will also become a simple formula. It's the same formula, D prime, just it's the same formula if it's here or here. So it's D prime, R prime, D, R. Actually there's one difference here. Did you spot it? First it was R prime, D prime, R, D. But now it's R and D get exchanged. So D comes first, R comes later. Earlier it was R prime, D prime, R, D. But now it's D prime, R prime, R, D. So it's simple. So D prime, R prime, D, R. And there you go, it has come here. So the next corner is right over here, which is blue and pink. So let's track, here is the pink, here is the blue. So let's come here and drag that corner over here. It's aligned properly, it has to come here and it's on the right side. So when it's on the right side, we'll do R prime, R anti-clockwise, D prime, D anti-clockwise, R clockwise and D clockwise. So we have done 3 corners successfully, 1, 2 and 3. And this corner, it seems that it was already in its right position. So today we did solve the first layer of this cube. Congratulations, you have learned to solve the first layer. And in the next video I'll teach how to do this second layer. Second layer is not that difficult. It's just 2 algorithms which you have to learn and apply them. So basically in the second layer there are only 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge and 4th edge. So there are 4 edges which we need to solve to complete the second layer. That will be in the next video with the third layer. It's for now, today it's the first layer, we have completed it. So let's revise what we did. First we made the cross and then we did the corners. We learned 2 formulas in the corners. If the white is over here, then the formula is D prime, R prime, D, R. And if the white is over here and it has to come here, then the formula is R prime, D prime, R, D. So that's it for today. I'll be posting the algorithms, these formulas in the description. And if you want to learn another cube or maybe the advanced method of this cube, just type in the chat box. I'll make a video on that. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I've also made another series how to make animations. Make sure you check that also, and turn the notifications bell on so that you know when my next video is coming for the cube, the second layer. So till then, bye bye, and see you in the next video.